Bleh. I think my ears just exploded, guys. But that doesn't matter. Of course. Back outside. What's 360 no scope. What is now? What is now? What is now? What is now? What is back on the cloud and you bet me body body. Oh really? What's making? I'm not going to say that word. Okay. Wat met mij, maar ik weet niet eens wat met mij, maar wat is met jou? Een euro? Ja, oké, moeder, mijn moeder heeft dat 20 jaar nog gezien. Man. Oh. Holy W. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Till I collapse and spill in these waves, as long as you feel in the table that you weak. Till I collapse and spill in these webs, as long as you feel into the day that I drop it. Wait, what? Till the lights go up, can't just give up, interrupt my life. Please don't you wanna hear about? I'ma rip this shit. The lights go up, I'ma actually fat. Oh, there's a lot of envy. Don't need me. Hey, hey. Oh. And I got a friend. Hey, hey. I'm a fucking hose of public village, man. I feel just like a rock star. Hey, hey. fuck you want me to do? Video heavy, almost daily ever playing the guitar makes me to the couch the power hit the fact but the edit the music out you told me that it can't do it. Let a second chance blew it. To tell you on the alternate Christianity but another alternative bound to the everything and to the coughing, I feel this all falling down in my cheek. Should be just first, my name. And I see what I see, that's all I do. To be what I be, that's all I choose. Set your feet, then your eyes, set your feet. Your heart, set your shut your beat. That's all I do, it's all the middle of me. That's all me. That's all real. That's just real. What's all it's real. See what I see. Like that, like, take like. Make it quick. Flip that mic. Take your feet. See what I see. Good night. Change in the shirt. Right that. Don't touch me. I was thirsty. Oh wait. I'd rather reach him. Alright guys, let me just really quickly Let me just really quickly disconnect it here. Oh no. A Bluetooth device has disconnected. No. That device. No, I want a... How do I know that? Is it connected now? Can I now hear shit from this? Let me just check. No. No, I can't. Why? What? Let me just try it a different way. I think I'm going to die soon. No, it should be connected. Just had to maybe.
Dragon fruit giveaway. All you have to do to enter this giveaway, a few simple steps. First step is like the video, second step is subscribe to the channel, and third step is to just comment your username down below. This pet is a 1 in 250 billion with only 290 existing in the world, so good luck. But anyways, it's already been almost 2.5 days, maybe even 3 by now. Came out. Obviously, we have 2 new eggs, the Super OG egg and the food egg, exclusive to admin abuse, but there are already tons, and I mean tons of leaks for the brand new upcoming BGS event. If we go to updates right here, and if we scroll down, you can see they say a what's next section. The Thanksgiving event is going to be in the lobby alongside new bounty pets, quality of life, OG mini part 3, and more.
Something nice, thank you. Try not to laugh. Let's put it off. What the hell am I seeing right now?
Een groot voordeel van ZZP is dat ik heel veel flexibiliteit heb. Dus ik kan het goed combineren met mijn andere passies, zoals sporten. Ik kan mijn eigen werkuren bepalen.
I can't pay the mortgage this month.
What?
I can't pay the mortgage this month.
Who?
I can't.
Kate?
Me.
Who?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Top Things.
Struggling to blow out a candle? Then try out this bulletproof technique. I can't tell if she is blinking
What?
or if it's the light flashing in her eyes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I like it though. I like it though. It's recording. Good, look at it.
You are currently looking at one of the coolest costumes ever.
Babe, post me. Let me post you real quick, baby. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Let me post you. I'm gonna post you. There you go. Hold on. There you go. There you right there, baby.
Think of the most awkward thing that you could do on an elevator while you're around your friends. Now imagine if someone was there watching you.
Oh, sorry.
It feels like hell in here.
React to this.
Oh my God, is it?
Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Dutch day, but not just a Dutch day. No, it's a Dutch comedy day. Rund Funk, Season 1, Episode 3. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go. Can I say, just
Wait,
before
can't
we
you hear
start
it?
this,
Wait,
thank you
what?
to everyone
Why can't you hear it?
who's watched.
Media. No. What? Wait, what? You can't hear my application audio.
Watch this with me.
Audio capture. Ooh. I don't know which one is my main.
Crazy, like a lot of people have watched this TV
Use the 5 timestamps.
show. I think this is going to become like the main thing of my channel is watching comedy TV shows from the Netherlands because they're hilarious. So hello to all the new subscribers and all the people that have actually like tuned in to watch this with me. So yeah, this show's crazy. So I don't even know what I'm about to watch next, but let's go. I'm bracing myself. Let's go.
Herfst. En de lucht is zwanger van hormonen.
Hold up.
Door op herfst.
This is so powerful, ready.
Herfst. En de lucht is zwanger van hormonen. Zo onderstreept hij zijn status en mannelijkheid. En flink wat gras in de lucht gooien maakt ook diepe indruk. Ze kijken elkaar aan.
Nou, ik zei het toch? Dat is bij hun een stuk indrukwekkender dan bij ons. Nou, laten we zien wat de natuur verder nog in petto heeft aan dat soort gedrag. Ja, eens rond aan het kijken, met maar één gedachte.
Why can't you hear it? Maybe I have to put my application audio on hide.
Ik zou godzinnig doen op dit moment. Is het zo, hè? Niet normaal, jongen. Ik ben er steeds bijna, maar ze teasen me zo. Moet je er nou weer zien zitten? Oh, kijk nou. Ja, man. Geil.
De natuur, jongens en meisjes, is één grote datingsite. Nee?
Je moet gewoon duidelijk zeggen wat je wil. Zeg gewoon...
Ik wil neuken. Wie wil met mij neuken? Alsjeblieft. Iemand. Neuk mij. Wie wil mij neuken? Wie neukt mij?
Als ik nog één keer vraag, dan doe ik het, hè.
Neuken wie? En daar komt er al eentje. Ja hoor, zo makkelijk is dat. Of is het niet zo makkelijk? Nee, daar gaan we al. Typisch vrouwtjesgedrag. Wegwezen, geen zin, hoofdpijn.
Hé, Marietje. Kijk dit nou. Wees nou even een goede vriendin.
Oh, verdomme Erik, ik ben een performance aan het doen, ja? Dat is verdomme een vak. Nou, ga je melden bij corrector Hulst? Dat is toch niet te geloven? Midden tijdens een fucking bio-performance.
Typical, do you know what I mean? Kids just disrupting this teacher, teaching this amazing, riveting class.
Tim, wat ga jij doen?
We zijn uitgestuurd, toch?
Ja, Erik, jij niet.
Oh.
Ja, nou jij ook. Wegwezen. Aan de plaats.
I love how he looks like 35 years old, but yet he's supposed to be playing a high school student.
Dank je.
Oh dear.
Jongens, dit is nou al de tweede keer vandaag dat jullie hier zitten. 9:30. Nou, 2 keer het schoolplein vegen op 1 dag, dat heeft geen zin natuurlijk. Maar er is wel iets anders wat jullie voor me kunnen doen. Jullie zullen vast wel gehoord hebben dat ik mevrouw Spek geregeld heb. Ja, zeker. Big time, ja. Ik heb haar gegeven en zij heeft mij ook gegeven. Ja, jongen.
Did he just say railed, as in like, railed? It said reeled there, but I'm guessing it means, anyways.
Paam en de money van de corrector, hè. Dat vinden ze schitterend, die wijven. Maar ja, nou begint mevrouw Spek dus te bitchen dat ze een rema wil. En ik ben intussen ook alweer aan het scharrelen met mijn ex. En met Frederik natuurlijk.
Wat?
Nee, mag. Ik heb het laten uitzoeken door een advocaat. Ze is blijven zitten. Is in orde. Maar waar het om gaat is dat Spekkie gedumpt moet worden. En dat gaan jullie voor mij doen.
Nou, je bent toch een volwassen man?
Nou en?
Dat kun je dan toch zelf doen?
Nou en?
Ja, ik deed het echt in groep 3, hè. Het uitmaken voor iemand anders.
Nou en? Jullie zijn eruit gestuurd. Jullie gaan het doen. Hoedje van de koning.
This guy's crazy, this ginger teacher.
Ja, luister meneer Boom. Ik waardeer het ontzettend dat meneer Huls deze bijles heeft geregeld. Maar vertrouw me, Lars, dat wordt geen enkel probleem. Ik vind het een ontzettend lief diertje. Ik weet
Kijk, Victor. Dat is nou precies wat ik bedoel. Wat is dit?
Een poppetje?
Ja, iets specifieker.
Mannetje?
Een mannetje, maar van welke soort?
Gewoon, mens.
Heel goed, Victor. Ja, en wat is dit?
Een aap.
Victor, het poppetje verandert niet, hè?
Nee.
Goed opletten op het poppetje.
Ja.
Ja? Wat is dit?
That was kind of racism.
No. Is that the continuing this? Is this joke continuing on?
Mens?
Ja, en nou opletten. Nou, goed kijken, Victor. 1, 2.
Een aap.
Ja, dat is dus nog niet helemaal goed. We doen het nog een keer. Ja?
That's so fucked
Een mens. Een aap. 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 Kang Feng.
Kijk, een knopje. Ik weet even...
Oh my god, this show. They really don't give a fuck.
Niet,
Oh no.
Wacht. Paardenmiddel. Hallo, Victor.
Meneer Boom? Meneer Boom?
Hallo, Victor.
Dus daarom wilde Spek me niet.
Do you know what the joke? I thought this joke was gonna end, but this is gonna be consistent. So basically, the premise is this teacher's a racist teacher who doesn't see black people as humans; he sees them as apes. I get it now. This is crazy. Wow. And this was only like someone said to me this was like 2015. I think it was like 10 years ago. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section when this came out. But I reckon it was only like 10 years ago. And this was like played on TV. It's funny, but it's like, wow, you guys really pushed the boundaries. To be fair, we did the same, but I think about 5 years before that. I'd say 10 years before that. I'd say around 2005, we had TV shows just like this. And then around 2010, they were all cancelled. Whereas you guys were still doing it a little bit longer. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Ik was gewoon met Huls bezig. Maar ja, je hebt hem gehoord. Spekje moet gedumpt.
Nee, luister Erik, we mogen haar niet kwetsen, oké? Ik sta ongeveer mijn enige voldoende bij Spek. Laten we please heel lief doen.
Oké, is goed, maar ik wil er wel bij zijn, want ik wil die bitch zien branden.
Hoe gaan we dit doen? We moeten dit echt fucking gevoelig aanpakken.
Huls, jongen.
Wie weet er nou alles van gedumpt worden? Je moeder. Ja. En? Je stiefmoeder. Ja, en? Secretaris van je vader. Oh, en? Ah.
Oh. Hé, Bart Jaap. We hebben even je hulp nodig. Oh, ja, natuurlijk. Over hoofdstuk 11.
Nee, het is meer een privéprobleem.
Oh? En jullie willen met mij? Willen jullie niet liever met jullie mee?
Nee, dat kan echt alleen maar met jou, Bart Jaap.
Nou, wauw. Ik luister. Ja.
Ja. Ja, kijk, jij bent natuurlijk echt een nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Zo'n nerd. Niet normaal. En nu moeten we het uitmaken met een dame. En toen dachten we, jij bent natuurlijk heel vaak gedumpt in je leven. Wat is nou de fijnste manier om gedumpt te worden?
Wees kort. Wees bondig. Wees eerlijk. Maar niet te eerlijk. Het uitmaken op zich is al pijnlijk genoeg. Een trap na is niet nodig.
That's actually a good point, actually. That's actually good advice. That's actually a good break-up advice.
Haha, Bartel Jaap. We hadden gewet wie de grootste nerd kon krijgen. Haha, Bartel Jaap. Jouw ouders hebben me betaald om bij je te zijn. Haha, Bartel Jaap. Nou heb jij ook eens.
What?
Because he's gay, right? So the A thing is that this TV show is just pushing the boundaries of how shock value. Like how shocked can I make you with what I'm gonna say? Like the stereotypes, the homophobia, the racism, the what else can I say?
This is just straight up racism, guys. Like what the hell is going on here?
What do you call some? There's not a word for people that take the mick out of fat people. It's just like pushing the boundaries as far as you can push them.
Aanstellen die marteljaven. Luister, we gaan het zo niet doen hoor. Ik weet dat jij het liever gevoelig wil uitmaken, maar we dumpen die chick gewoon met een briefje. Dat verdient ze.
Wat? Wil je mij dumpen?
Nee.
Met een briefje?
Nee.
Betekent ik dan zo weinig voor je? Je kaart! Jij bent kaart! Jij bent kaart! Jij bent kaart!
Oh, Marietje, dat ging helemaal niet over jou. Dat ging over mevrouw Spek.
Wat?
Ik hou van jou. Jij bent mijn netje. En ik wil met gras voor je gooien en ik wil met mijn kop tegen allemaal kop aanbeuken. En ik wil de hele dag schreeuwend achter je aanrennen. En ik wil over mezelf heen pissen. En als dat niet genoeg is, dan wil ik ook heel erg graag helemaal over jou heen pissen.
So romantic.
Oh no. I need mental help after watching this, guys. Please send help, please.
Nee, kom jij heen. We moeten over 1 minuut bij Spek zijn.
Haal ik makkelijk.
What the actual flippity flong floink? I don't understand anymore. Let's watch further.
Doe jou nog in de walvisstad. 1, 2, 3.
Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
What the fuck, guys?
Oh, jij bent er ook?
Ja, we moeten even met u praten.
Ja, ga zitten. Glaasje water?
Ja, lekker. Ingelukt? Jawel. Waarom loop je dan zo moeilijk?
Wait, what? No.
What the fuck did she just put in his water? What is that about? Uh-oh.
Marietje denkt dat aftrekken aftrekken is. Oh, top. Auw. Nou, mevrouw Spek, laat ik dan maar meteen met de deur in huis vallen.
Drink op.
Ja, mevrouw Spek, laat me allereerst zeggen dat u een hele mooie vrouw bent in de bloei van uw leven. En mij persoonlijk...
Huls dumpt je.
Oh?
Ja, dat is nou goed, maar meneer Huls is natuurlijk dom, want die ziet niet hoe leuk en hoe lief u...
Uit. Klaar, afgelopen, doei.
Wat?
Afgelikte boterham, joh. Ik kan me voor jou bewaard, hoer.
Sorry, mevrouw Spek, dit is niet...
Jongens, dit is een misverstand. Ik heb helemaal niets met meneer Hulst.
Niet?
Nee, we zijn gewoon collega's, meer niet. Hoe komen jullie daar zo bij?
Je bent zo'n bitch.
Nou, nee,
Ik moet even iets doen. Tim, zorg jij dat Erik hier blijft?
Ja.
The way she licks her lips.
Niemand tent mij, jongen.
Jongen, wat is met je aan de hand, hé?
That was a nice bit of music right there.
That's fucked up.
Nah. What is he going to do there? What are they going to do there? He's a good one. Let me subscribe to him. Thank you. So let's see if he has more. Dutch weather is mental. I love watching English guys watch Dutch things.
De nieuwe King C Gillette Beard Trimmer Pro. Trimmen met ultieme precisie voor alle baardstijlen. Style like a king.
Met Vintage nieuwe categorie voor elektronica verdien je weer wat bij, zonder verkoopkosten.
Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Dutch day, but not just a Dutch day, but a Dutch cultural day. Duh. How to survive the Dutch weather. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Life in the Netherlands is pretty damn near perfect. It's got the happiest kids in the world, the best healthcare system in Europe, and one of the best pensions. It ranks highly in terms of freedom, happiness.
Wait, you have one of the best pensions? Oh, nice. Pensions are terrible here. God. By the time I'm pensionable age, though they keep moving the goalposts. It used to be 65, then it's 70, then it's going to be 75, it's going to be 80. By the time I'm old enough to actually receive a pension, it'll be like 90 or something. So I don't think I'm going to receive a state pension. I don't know how it works in the Netherlands, but here, it's terrible.
Human development, quality of life, and as an added bonus, sexual satisfaction.
Wow.
Yep, those living in the lowlands have little to complain about.
Maybe there's this one thing.
I'm laughing because the reason why I'm laughing is because today I've been finding it hard to motivate myself to film and to work and stuff because your environment very much dictates your productivity, and I find that the weather really brings me down this time of year. I don't know about you. Do you struggle with like this time of year with the weather and the dark days and the short days and the long nights? Waking up and it's dark when you go to work. I struggle with this. I only recently moved back to the UK last year, December. This time last year, I moved back to the UK and I was living in Thailand. And in Thailand, you have normal days. The sun goes down at 6:30 every single day of the year. The sun, you get sunlight, you get heat. You have your rainy days, but it's not cold. But yeah, us in Europe.
Well, yeah, the same can be said for the Netherlands, man. In the Netherlands is like always rain.
We live here, like I'm used to it because I grew up here, but it brings me down. Like it really does. I don't know about you, but it brings me down. How are you coping? Before we get into this video, how are you coping? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you have any tips or tricks to keep yourself happy?
No.
How are you getting your vitamin D? I'm definitely lacking my vitamin D. Let me know in the comment section because it's a struggle this time of year to stay chirpy. It really is. Let me know.
En in de rubriek slecht nieuws zijn we toe aan het weerbericht.
Everybody who's been to the Netherlands for any amount of time knows weather around here can be pretty shitty. With an average of 100 minutes of precipitation per day, this country is just very, very wet. Whether in summer, winter, spring, or fall.
I can relate. Guys, we're across the water. We can relate. And we're an island as well.
I don't think the amount of rain in the Netherlands is equal to the amount in the UK, but if he says so.
Well, so we get a lot of rain as well. England's rainy. Right now I'm looking outside and it's just, when it's just you know, when it's just cloud and you can't see any blue sky at all. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, it's miserable. It's miserable. It's so miserable, guys, that I have to put a filter to make my skin and my environment look a little bit more warm. So when you look at me, it's a bit warm tinted, isn't it? If I have no...
That's why it looks like he has makeup on my stream or my video. In my stream it looks like he has makeup on, but in the stream itself it doesn't. But
like filter on this video, it would look like a sheet of grey. Because the weather, because I've got natural light, I'm not using like a light or anything. I'm looking outside, there's a window in front of me. It's miserable outside, guys. Miserable. I relate. Don't worry, we're there. I relate.
Not surprisingly, the Dutch have more words for bad weather than Eskimos have words. Period. On a given day with so-called neerslag, there could be motregen, a few druppels or spatjes, a boutje, a wolkbroek, a stortbuil, stromende or streamende regen, slaagregen, or noodweer.
We relate because we have loads of names for it as well. We have drizzle, we have it's pissing it down, we have it's raining cats and dogs, we have that, what else do we have? We have that it's, I can't remember all of them, but those are a few of them. We have a lot of ways of saying rain. Spitting, it's spitting, it's drizzling, it's monsooning. We have a lot of ways of saying rain, so yeah, we can relate. Rainy nations, rainy countries can relate.
Dralerig, wisselvallig, misery, zeiking, gieten, hosing, cleansing, raining pijpenstelen, coming with bakken out of the air, or a true zonflood.
You got a lot.
Clearly there are many ways to be...
Yo, hey, you're forgetting beestenweer en baggerweer en hondenweer. Fokkenweer, takkenweer, tyfusweer, teringweer, klerenweer, klotenweer, klutweer, klutweer, rukweer, rotweer, visweer, pleurisweer, poepweer, pestweer, scheidweer.
Do you really have all those names for rain? For rain?
Yeah.
Wow. And I thought we were bad. Jesus.
Strontweer, kakweer.
Hey, yeah, we get it. Okay, lots of words. I'm moving on.
Morgen wordt een prachtige zonnige dag. Gefopt.
Perhaps because of the predictably unpredictable nature of their climate, the go-to topic for daily conversation is...
the weather.
The weather. Survival tip. At every opportunity, complain about the weather.
For real, that's the best conversation you can have in the Netherlands right here. It's so funny because everyone's talk about the weather and it's always just freezing cold, raining, or it's just like bloody hot, and then the day after it rains and thunders. It's actually crazy how it goes here.
Make sure your observation accounts for the meteorological complexity of the day. Like this.
Wat een weer.
Nailed it. With the constantly changing climate, apps like Bouwenradar and Bouwenalarm show you exactly where, when, and how much rain you can expect.
That's our country, isn't it? Yeah. So you can see any rain that you get, most the rain that you get, we get it. And a lot of the times we get it first as well. A lot of times it passes through us and it goes to you. So yeah, we get it. Honestly, we get it. We're there with this.
On an average day, it could look like this.
Yeah, look where the rain's coming from. This is our country. Look at where the rain's coming from.
this, or
yeah, we get the same fucking weather systems.
This.
Bullshit.
You might ask yourself, how am I ever going to get through this cruel life of rained-out parades, ruined barbecues, browned-out Hail Holland Fox finals, condensed glasses, smeared mascara, and the living hell that is unresponsive touch screens? Start with getting yourself some proper attire. You'll never look as cool as this sweet old Oma, but you can always give it a try by buying the super sexy Sten's umbrella that looks like it was designed by NASA. But you'll probably just...
Never buy cheap umbrellas. That is one advice I'd give to anyone that moves to our climate, like our part of the world. Don't buy those umbrellas. I sometimes do. I definitely have one of those cheap umbrellas. you need a good umbrella. You know the ones that you just press and it goes. You need a strong umbrella. Why? Because we get a lot of strong winds. And once that wind takes your umbrella is done. It's done. So you need a strong umbrella. I have 2 big umbrellas. I know a lot of women have the smaller ones because they fit in their handbag, but oh my god, they're terrible. They're terrible. They break. They break very easily. But yeah. And a rain jacket. Everyone needs a rain jacket.
End up with one of these. Mostly though, it's a psychological battle. Like the Dutch, do whatever you can to get through the misery. Stick together. Help.
We got something called regendans. I will show you. Wait. Let's go to YouTube again. And then look.
Dag ploppertjes, het is hier veel te droog en daarom dansen we de regendans. Zijn jullie klaar? Ja! Omhoog, omlaag, omhoog, omlaag, omhoog, omlaag. Iedereen doet mee vandaag. Omhoog, omlaag, omhoog, omlaag, omhoog.
So that goes on for 2 minutes and then
Omhoog, omlaag, omhoog, omlaag. Abacabama, hou je handen hoog. Abacabama, maak de regen omhoog. Abacabama, hou je handen laag. Zo komt er een regenvlaag.
that's what we call the rain dance, but
Help each other out. Face it, tolerate it, ignore it, embrace it, make the best of it. In the end, we're all in this together.
Can I just say, this is
I think the amount of umbrellas we have in the Netherlands is also insane. It doesn't really say, but I can assure you it's more than the people we have in the
a
Netherlands.
very well filmed like video.
But when the sun finally does break through, nobody knows how to appreciate those glorious golden rays quite like the Dutch. So wait for the sun to reveal itself and do like they did. Flock to the terraces, order a wit biertje, tilt your head, and soak it up.
If there's one
No comment there, but it is true.
thing that the Dutch, the Brits, probably the Germans, probably a lot of us in Western Europe are very good at, and Northern Europe, very good at, is when the sun comes out, we make the most of the sun.
Once the sun comes out, it depends on how warm it is. If it is like 38 degrees Celsius in there, it's not doable. But if the sun comes out and it's like nice, like 28 degrees something, then we enjoy it. And most of the time it's during summer break, so we just sit and do nothing the entire day.
Can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it. Tops come off, everyone's out, shorts are on, people's skins and bit. Because when we see the sun, it's like wow. Sometimes it hasn't been. It's been months and months and months, and we haven't seen the sun. We can have grey skies, consecutive weeks and weeks and weeks.
That's also true. Like in the Netherlands, most of the time it's just a grey sky, and once it finally is sunny, then everyone just, I don't know, just enjoys it, I guess.
Start seeing the sun. So when we see the sun, it's so important, like, to make the most of it. I get it.
And then wait for them to start complaining again.
Oh mijn god, wat is het warm.
as I said, we do enjoy the sun, but like when it is too hot, we complain again.
That's so funny, and it's true because we do complain even when if it's too hot, too much sun, if there's a heat wave, we complain. We do.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and a very special shout out to Sen's Umbrellas for helping us out as well.
Oh right, we've got a sponsorship with that funky umbrella. Love that.
Let's watch another of him. Another video of him. Brits react to the inside the life of the Dutch royal family. You only work 4 days. The Brit react to how the Netherlands stopped working.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign.
Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Dutch day. But not just a Dutch day. Dutch Cultural Day. How the Netherlands stopped working. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Working class people aren't lazy, they're fed up.
4-day or shorter work week is gaining momentum.
The Netherlands has become the first country with an average work week of 32 hours, which comes down to 4 days of working 8 hours per day. And there are...
Wait. Do you guys only work 4 days a week? Oh, I need to move to the Netherlands today. I need to book my flight to the Netherlands today. Why are we not part of the EU? Because if it's part of the EU, I'd move to the Netherlands. What do you mean? Do you really... I'll continue watching, because it's 4 days a week. Anyways.
Amongst the happiest and richest nations in the world. Just see this. Just 13% of people cannot afford a holiday, whereas in Southern Europe, it's about a third or more. But
only 13% of people can't afford a holiday. Does that mean the majority of the people that live in the Netherlands, you have the money to go on holiday every year and have a very good lifestyle? Apparently, Slovenia is not far behind. I didn't know that. Ireland, which is near the UK, I reckon Ireland's the same as the UK, 23%. Wow.
Here's what nobody talks about. The Dutch can work short weeks because they're incredibly productive, but that productivity has been in decline for decades. They used to rank easily within the top 5 most productive countries, but now they struggle to be in the top 10, and that will likely drop further. Over the last decades, the productivity growth of the Netherlands compared to the US or EU has been unimpressive, but especially since 2009, it has been freaking disappointing. And that's
especially since 2009. Now I'm trying to, in my head, think of what happened in 2009.
Well, I can tell you, it is just because the newer generations, since this generation is overworked. It will do work whenever they can, however they can, and want to continue with it. This had less of it. It still had a lot. And then you got the new Gen Z generation, right? And I can assure you, at least in my case, I'm very not motivated to work.
That was like the financial crisis era. It's when I started university, actually. And we had a recession. So you didn't recover from the recession, clearly. Something happened during that time. Well, the recession happened during that time, but something happened afterwards for you guys not to recover from that. That's interesting.
Issue. If other countries grow faster than you will fall behind. Which makes me wonder, are the Dutch working short weeks at the expense of future generations? So
I don't think it's the short weeks. I think it's other things that's affecting this. Because also the UK is also falling behind. Since we left the EU, you guys probably have heard about us. Our economy has just been all economies have been falling and not doing very well, but ours, in particular, is doing pretty bad. And we left the EU, so that didn't help us. So, Yeah, we're with you on that one.
I'm curious to find out how shorter work weeks fit into the productivity problem and whether it's possible to work less while also keeping up with other countries. This is how the Netherlands works with hindsight.
Many companies that try a 4-day work week, they say they'll likely keep them going.
If the unions want a 4-day working week, they're going to have to allow businesses to invest in things like AI to pick up the slack from humans. Jobs might be lost, but they'll probably get their 4-day working week.
So this turned out actually...
You don't want to hear that. Can you imagine? Oh, you can do your 4-day working week, but we're going to employ AI for the 5th day. That is scary. AI anyway scares me in that sense for like people that are in employment and how businesses will end up replacing humans for jobs that humans would normally do. It's already happening. It's happening in every industry, but it's already happening. Like big, huge YouTubers, they used to employ like video editors. You can now get AI to edit your video. Do you know what I mean? So you would normally employ someone to do that for you, and now they're getting, it's going to end up being all industries are going to be impacted by AI. It's very scary.
Well, I think eventually everything is going to be replaced by AI, but I don't know how the economy is going to live. But I hope that will take like another 40-50 years. But I'm scared as well, just like he said.
You don't want to hear that though. You can work 4 days, but we're going to employ AI to do the 5th day. What happens if AI is better than you? Then they're going to employ them for the for the 4th day, the 3rd day, the 2nd day, until you have no job.
It'll be an incredibly eye-opening story. At the end of this video, I'll show you how shorter work weeks can actually help lower unemployment. They create jobs. They also help women enter the workforce, and I'll show how it made the Netherlands incredibly resistant to economic downturns. But there are also some important downsides, and some of them are very surprising and you will not see them coming. Before we get to the pros and cons of working short weeks, let's start with some context. In the 1950s and 60s, the Netherlands was rapidly industrializing. It was the norm to work 6 days per week, and employees averaged 45 hours. But the country was becoming
So you were working very, very hard, 6 days a week. So you used to be a country that probably overworked its population.
And Dutch people wanted to improve their quality of life. That's when they discovered natural gas, a major field in its northern provinces and one of the largest in the world. This started generating enormous revenues for the Dutch state, and this was invested into building the Dutch welfare system.
So that's how you guys became one of the most wealthy European nations in the world. European, that doesn't make any sense. One of the most wealthy nations, period, in the world, not just in Europe. Is natural gas. It tends to be the same with a lot of the countries. Like Norway, for example, they also got a lot of their wealth from that. Do you know what's funny? We also found massive reserves of natural gases in our North Sea, along with Norway. And Norway invested that said money into their economy and their people. Whereas the UK, what did we do? We sold it all to private contractors, private companies, private entities, and we didn't make a lot of. Well, we made a lot.
Well, what I think is that the UK and the Europe, in general Europe, are just completely different because UK still has a king in this at this point, a king, and we have a king, but the king isn't doing anything besides signing waivers for new laws or something. And we got I don't know, I call it like a wait, let me search it up for you. Let me see. This is the House of the Representatives. So yeah. So that's actually what it is. It is like that represents our country. That's what decide what we do in our country and how we do it in our country actually. So it's not the same as in the UK.
Money, but we didn't invest that money in the people, so we didn't benefit or see any of that growth really. So yeah, I'm a bit salty.
If we pull up the average working hours in the Netherlands, we see that it has been trending down as far as the data goes back. But if we zoom in on this period here, the 1970s, we see the most drastic reduction. By the 1970s, gas had become a major pillar of the Dutch economy, and the world entered several oil crises. Gas had made other industries in the Netherlands less competitive, and it led to many people losing their job. But it turned out that a combination of
Same in the UK, so yeah.
these factors, high unemployment, shorter work weeks, and strong welfare protections, created exactly the right conditions for a dramatic shift of Dutch work culture. The solution to all these problems became to work less. This is why it works. For women, it was often difficult to work because they were taking care of children, but working fewer hours made it easier to juggle family with work. Between 1971 and 1990, the percentage of women who worked doubled from 22% to 45%, finally catching up with the EU average. Dutch companies were creating more part-time jobs, and this had a surprising effect on unemployment. The number of people who were unemployed went down gradually between the mid-1980s and 2000. And this new part-time work culture had something to do with that. When people work part-time, the same amount of work is divided among more people, and as a result, it creates jobs, which is great if your country has high unemployment. But it also answered to a desire from within society to focus more on quality of life and spending time with family. People wanted to work less, and they got what they asked for. On this graph, it comes all together. In 1980, 15% of workers were part-time employed. In 1990, this had increased to 24%, or nearly a quarter of the workforce. And this would...
I think this is going to increase. I really believe part-time work is going to increase. When AI really gets good and starts to replace a lot of jobs, there's going to be a lot of like, oh, we only need part-time workers. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys have thought about this as well. I don't think we're talking about AI enough. It's so smart that we're not going to need a lot at all. Like, we're not. I asked AI about legal advice. I asked AI maths problems, accounting problems. I asked AI about general knowledge, health inquiries. Like, instead of going to my general practitioner, my GP, my doctor, I will ask AI. Like, it is going to replace, if I have issues in my life and I want some counselling, you can ask AI. I haven't personally, but I know people that have used AI as a counsellor. There's so many careers that are going to be put out of business. We're going to have a lot of part-time jobs when corporations who are trying to save money and cut back decide, actually, we can replace people with AI. It's going to be an issue, and I don't know how. I think there's going to be a lot of universal, as productivity increases for these companies, because they'll have AI who can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, don't take any breaks, smarter, faster. Obviously, they're going to make a lot of money from this, but we're going to have to figure out how we're going to look after the people that will be put out of work. And this is when universal income is going to come into place. They're already doing, I don't know what they're doing in the Netherlands, but in the UK, I don't know if you've heard about the digital ID. The digital ID, that everyone's going to be on record, everyone's going to have this ID that will have all their information stored. You'll need it for everything. And I think that is because they're looking towards the future when everyone's going to be on this universal income because they're going to be out of work.
Okay, let me tell you something, yeah? If AI takes over every job in the world, first off, there are going to be a lot of suicidal incidents because no one has a human to talk to. Because it's only AI everywhere. So there are a few jobs that can't get replaced, like I don't know how you call them in English, but you get what I mean. Like, if you have mental problems, you go to someone who helps with it. If you talk to an AI, he will just give you like, yeah, that sucks, try this. And a human will show emotion and help you with the emotion and figure it out, you know. So if AI takes over that job, that wouldn't be great. And in general, there will be a lot of depressions. And also, if we are on a universal income, as he says, that would be fucking stupid. I'm not reacting right now. If we are going on a universal income, yeah, you have to remember that every state in the country is going to get a debt incredibly high because there is no general income. In supermarkets, the only people that will be rich are the people that have their own business. So like Audi, for example, Audi. If Audi takes AI employees, yeah, the only guy that gets rich from that is the owner of Audi. But no one else. So I will be fucking poor in general. I would just eat scraps of the ground. I get paid from the universe, as he said it. And then I go to the supermarket, pay fucking €6 for bread, and then I'm poor again. I just eat bread for a week or so. I don't know how he would say it, but no.
I don't know, I just have this feeling that we're going towards it's going to be very unrecognizable in the next decade. Yeah. Our countries are going to be unrecognizable in the next decade, and there's going to be a lot more part-time jobs in the years to come. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. By the way, sorry, my voice is a bit horsey because horse as in like I'm losing my voice because the weather's changed. What's it like in the Netherlands? Because it's freezing. It's freezing here, and I'm losing my voice because it's just very cold all of a sudden.
Well, he's just a fucking pussy, yeah. I'm sick for over a week, still coughing though. I'm trying to mute it every time I cough. Do you hear me complain? Besides just me saying I have a sore throat and continue with streaming for like 4 hours, scream my lungs out of my head, out of my body. I don't give a shit. That's the mentality you got to have, man.
Let me know if you've also got a cold or you're coming down with something. So hopefully you can hear me. It's just I'm a bit more raspy than usual.
Only grow further to about a third of the entire workforce today. How the Dutch managed to make such a change caught the attention of the world. They pioneered what they called the polder model method of decision making. You may know that much of the Netherlands lies below sea level. This land is reclaimed from lakes and the ocean, and the resulting meadows are called polders. How this process works is that a body of water is surrounded by a dike, and then windmills are lined around this dike to pump out the water. This only works if everybody cooperates, because if one farmer doesn't maintain the dike, the whole community would be flooded. This philosophy was applied to transform Dutch work culture. There weren't mass protests or strikes, but instead, employers, trade unions, and the government engaged in dialogue focused on compromise. For example, trade unions wanted fewer work hours, which employers weren't too keen on. But they agreed if trade unions would agree to lower wage growth. You win some, you lose some. And this approach to decision making became synonymous with Dutch management in the 20th century. In a nutshell, this is how the Dutch came to work so few hours while also enjoying a high standard of living. They rely strongly on part-time employment, driving the average weekly work hours down. They now have by far the highest percentage of part-time employees in the world, with over a third of their total workforce.
Wow.
Holy damn. I didn't know that, but it's pretty logical if you think about it, because you have a lot of moms that are single or have children and their dad works full time. So I think that 34% is mostly women, and if not, that's single dads with children. In my head.
Where are we? We're not even on the list, I think. Portugal, Espanol, France, Finland, Mexico. Oh no, we are GBR, Great Britain. So we have a lot of part-time workers as well, but nowhere near what you guys have.
And this is obviously considered as something positive for most people. So if you would ask anybody if they want to have a 3-day work week while also living in one of the countries with the highest standard of living, the answer is probably yes. But that is on an individual level. Is it actually a good thing for the country?
Several countries are touting the idea of implementing a 4-day work week.
It wasn't actually a 4-day week that people were after. It was more the value in the flexibility of their working hours.
I just don't see
British person.
how this adds up to greater productivity for our country.
The Netherlands is...
I think before, no. I think today, yes. Like I said, with AI, I think 4-day working week is looking increasingly like a thing that might happen around the world.
Doing great in most measures. They're amongst the richest, happiest, and most productive people in the world. It is arguably one of the best places to live, but you need to keep growing, or you will lose this prosperity. And that's where the Dutch are struggling. They used to rank in the top 5 most productive countries, but now they're lucky to rank in the top 10, which is still great. But why is their productivity in decline?
The Netherlands has stopped drilling in what is Europe's largest gas.
Well, I can explain this. In Groningen, as we say there, it has caused earthquakes to drill for gas. And the 4-day work week is actually pretty simple to explain, right? So imagine having kids, yeah? You have a husband and a wife and like 3 children. I'm not going to, if personally in my mind, I'm not going to pay 60 euro per child per month to sit them at a outside school child passing time. I don't know how you call it. I mean, like, I know why they stopped drilling. That's smart. That's logical. But still, there's work for 15 million people in the Netherlands, and we live with almost 18.5 million people in the Netherlands. So there can be a lot of jobs with part-time, but not all of them.
Field in Groningen.
One of the reasons is because they were phasing out the extraction from this large field of natural gas.
The drilling has triggered many earthquakes which have damaged thousands of buildings.
They did this for safety and environmental reasons, but since it used to be a major source of income for the Dutch state, it shows a negative effect on productivity statistics. One of the ways that countries can increase their productivity is by phasing out low productivity sectors, like simple manufacturing, and moving toward high productivity sectors, like finance or tech. But the Dutch already did this a long time ago. The Dutch economy now relies heavily on services sectors, where it's just more difficult to become more efficient. Its strong labor protections make the labor markets less flexible, and companies with a large part-time workforce tend to invest less in automation and training. And this is exposing a dark side of part-time employment. The Netherlands developed this system of working part-time when there was very high unemployment, but today the opposite is true. In the 1970s and 80s, this system of part-time work was great because it created jobs when many people were unemployed. But right now, a more pressing issue is labor shortages. The Netherlands has the highest rate of unfilled jobs in the world, with over...
What? Really? Wow. Wow, we're not even on the list. I'll tell you why. There's not that many jobs in the UK. It's very hard to find a job in the UK. Like, yeah, very hard.
4%. This shows that the labor market is under pressure. Companies have difficulties finding workers, and you can look at this in two ways. So you could either say that there aren't enough people or there are too many jobs. And then the solution is
too many part-time jobs. They've split too many of the hours.
Well, I think it's more there are too many jobs that people don't like. Because I don't know if you have seen, like, in my village where I live, there are like 15 restaurants, yeah? And like not even 50,000 people. And I don't know why, but not every restaurant has enough employees. So I think it's more, there are more jobs than people, yeah. But there are people that, the jobs that are not filled are jobs that no one likes. Or no one wants to do the rest of his life, their lives.
Was up?
To either grow the number of people living in your country or to lower the number of vacancies. If you want to increase the size of your population, you can do so by making it easier to have children. But take a look at childcare expenses. After Switzerland, the Netherlands has the highest cost of childcare in the developed world.
Wow.
If you have 2 kids attending daycare full-time, it costs 60% of a couple's average salary to pay just for these expenses. This is before taking government support into account, but still, it shows just how expensive it is in the Netherlands to raise a child. On top of this, the Dutch have made tremendous progress with including women in the workforce. Do you remember how they were trending below the EU average in the 1970s and 80s? Well, today they have the highest percentage of women that are working of any country in continental Europe. That's huge. They're far ahead of Eastern and Southern Europe, which is great for women who want to...
Yeah, because it's culturally not a thing. Like, the more you go east, the less women are working, just in the world. Like, and the more you go west, the more women are working. Is it a good thing? Yes, because a woman should have the right to work. Is it a good thing for productivity of a country? I don't know. Actually, because then you got the family unit, and then someone needs to stay at home to look after the child. But if you're both working, pardon me, I'm so sorry. If the man and the woman are both working, then they need childcare. Childcare costs money.
Included into the labor market, but this new economic model that requires both partners to work adds another reason for young families not to have more children. So to tackle these labor shortages, the best solution is probably not to have more kids. And another way that you can grow your population is through immigration. But that's a whole new can of worms that I'm not going to open in this.
It is a whole new can of worms. Because we're not having kids. We're not. My generation, the millennials, we're not having kids. The Gen Zs, they're definitely not having kids. So there's a problem. There is a problem there.
Well, my parents are boomers, like actually from the Gen X. They had 4 kids, 2 Gen Zers and 2 Gen Alphas. I think it's the new generation. I'm Gen Z, yeah. I'm Gen Z. All right. Now, the problem is, I don't like kids. I don't want them. I will never want them. My sister doesn't want them. I think for the coming, my generation, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, there are not coming kids. There are not coming new kids. So we got a big problem there. Yes. I don't think there will be as many kids as there are from Gen X or Gen Millennial. I don't know. But like after World War II, the child population thingy just died.
Because not having kids, population not growing, vacancies need to be filled, but then we've got the issue of immigration. And that's on the agenda at the moment. You know, all the governments are really talking about that and pushing this the immigrants are the problem, and that's the reason why X, Y, Z. So then we have that pushback. So then what do? We're not having kids. We need people to fill vacancies, but we don't want immigrants. That's not a good predicament to be in. It's not.
So that brings us to the second solution. You could lower the number of vacancies. If you spread the total amount of work between fewer people, you reduce the number of jobs.
Full-time jobs.
But that means reversing a historical trend. The Dutch started working fewer hours through part-time employment, in part to tackle high unemployment figures in the 1970s. And today, unemployment is very low and the country needs fewer jobs. Or more people. But this large part-time workforce also has substantial benefits. During the 2008 financial crisis, for example, it helped unemployment figures in the Netherlands to rise substantially less than the EU average. It turned out that part-time employees acted as shock absorbers. Companies could more easily reduce the number of hours that they worked instead of having to fire them. A Harvard study showed that cutting work weeks reduced burnouts and makes workers happier, more productive, and more committed to their employers. Employee satisfaction has improved, and
half of the UK businesses we surveyed reported that they've enabled a 4-day work week for some of all their full-time employees. Apparently in the UK we're trying to implement what you've done in the Netherlands. I didn't know that. I haven't worked in the UK for a few years, so I didn't know that.
Employee sickness has reduced. The arguments for a 4-day work week have been well studied and fall mostly within these themes. It increases productivity, it promotes general well-being, it improves...
I just realised my partner works 4 days a week. So what am I talking about? Yeah, we are clearly implementing that more in the... I just realised, and literally, recently, he's working 4 weeks, so 4 days. So yeah, it's a thing.
Gender imbalances, and it reduces environmental impact. But nothing is just good or bad. One of the strongest arguments against this is that it lowers the overall productivity of a country. And this is not just because of short work weeks, but this is a factor that contributes to it. Here's my takeaway from this story. Yes, it's freaking awesome to have a 4-day work week, but if you don't couple this with effective strategies to also boost productivity, you're going to do this at the expense of future generations. Don't forget to sign up for a free trial.
It's just like a lot of things where they've implemented things from the past that has been a detriment to the future. Think about the pension scheme. I'm not sure what you guys have in your country, but the welfare, the pension scheme, there's probably not going to be anything left in the pension pot for everyone else. By the time I get older, they won't be able to fund our pension. So, it's an issue. I don't know what you guys are going to do. I think you're going to have to, there needs to be more full-time jobs, more full-time job vacancies instead of part-time. I think that's what you're going to have to do. I don't know. What do you guys think?
What I think is important right now, but $4.5 million. Yeah, 4.5 million. So we got $80.39 million. plus 4.5 million. Now I lost my calculator. Minus 4.5 million, yeah. And then we're gonna search for employed. Let's see. 409,000. Right. In approximately work part-time, which is just full-time. No. $5.1 million. Where are the rest of the people right now? Logic isn't here, but I am ending stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I'm going to bed. It's 9:30 for me. See you guys all in